Hello, Solomon, and welcome to Musicianship. Let's start by singing a hello. So I'm going to sing hello to you, and you copy the same pitch, the same notes back to me. So, hello, Solomon. I'll do it again. Hello, Solomon. Now you sing hello, Jackie, in the same way. Off you go. Well done. So the notes were so, la, so, mi. Hello, Solomon. Have another go. Great. Well done. So we're going to move on. We're going to move away this time from the last set of classes, because I think those were fairly straightforward for you. We're going to look at the song that I couldn't remember last time. I can remember it now. But we're going to start with a rhyme that I think we've done before, but you might not remember. It was in the preschool class, and it's called Mrs. White. Do you remember that one? Anyway, it goes like this. Mrs. White had a fright in the middle of the night. Saw a ghost eating toast halfway up the lamp post. Okay, let's say it again. I'm just going to keep the beat with my... Actually, I'll do 2 fingers on my hand. I'm going to keep the beat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mrs. White had a fright in the middle of the night. Saw a ghost eating toast halfway up the lamp post. It's very silly. Okay, one more time, just so that we've got it perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mrs. White had a fright in the middle of the night. Saw a ghost eating toast halfway up the lamp post. Right, now this rhyme, I'm going to talk about phrases today, phrases in music and rhymes. So this is a rhyme that has 4 phrases. I'll show you what I mean. Mrs. White had a fright, that's 1. In the middle of the night, that's 2. Saw a ghost eating toast, that's 3. Halfway up the lamp post, that's 4. So there are four lines. It would be written as 4 lines if you saw it written as a poem. 4 lines, exactly the same rhythm. So the same pattern of the words in each of the 4 lines or phrases. Now, I've got some, we're going to practice it again, but we're going to do it in a slightly different way. So I've got some rather lovely illustrated cards here, which are going to tell you what sort of voice you're going to do each phrase in. So I know you can read now. So have a look at that one. And that elephant is, what sort of voice is that? Can you read that? Yes. It's a low voice. Okay. So that's 1. What about this one? Can you read that? What's in the picture? It's some clapping hands. And this is going to mean the pattern of the words. There's another name for the pattern of the words. Can you remember what it is? The rhythm. That's right. So if you see that card, you're going to clap the rhythm. Right? The pattern of the words. Then we've got this one. You can see what that one is. A quiet voice. Yeah. And how about this one? Easy peasy. That's your robot voice. And then we've got this one. Little mouse. Actually looks more like a rat to me. Anyway, this one is your high and squeaky voice. Ah, now what's this one? With a light bulb above the head. It's your thinking voice. That's right, And then the last one, this one is very, very silly. What's this? Yes, a toilet. But another name for a toilet is a loo. And this is your Lulu voice. So if you see this one, you're going to say it all like this. Loo, 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 loo. So, very silly. You get the idea. Now, for Mrs. White had a fright, I've already explained there are 4 phrases. So we need 4 of these voices. So let's start. We're going to start with a low voice. That's going to be our first one. Then we're going to do the pattern of the words. That's our second one. Then we're going to do a quiet voice. And then we're going to do a robot voice. So, the first phrase, the first line is going to be in a low voice, like this. Mrs. White had a fright. Don't forget you need to make a funny face to do a low voice. Yep. Second one, I can't hold it at the same time, goes, in the middle of the night. Then it is, saw a ghost eating toast. Halfway up the lamp post. So you get the idea. Let's have a go. The only one I'm not going to be able to do, because I'm holding the cards, is that one. So you'll have to make sure you do that one. All right. So I'm going to count 4. There's 4 beats into the rhyme of our 4-phrase rhyme. Right. Mrs. White had a fright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mrs. White had a fright. Clap. Middle of the night. Very good. Saw a ghost eating toast. Halfway up the lamp post. Was that a bit quick? I don't know. I can't tell how fast I'm going. Right. Let's have one more go. Right. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mrs. White had a fright in the middle of the night. Saw a ghost eating toast. Halfway up the lamp post. Did you get it? You can have a practice with that. I'm going to send you some of these. I've sent you some of these cards, which you should have got, so you can have a little play and a practice with those. There are a couple more in there that we didn't look at today that I don't think we'll use on the recording. One is the loud voice, and one is the posh voice. But you can practice, you can have a go with those at home. Right, so that's that one. Very good. Right, now, here's the song that I forgot the words to. It goes like this. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. Right, so what you need to find some maracas. And every time you hear me sing the word apple, I want you to shake your maracas. Okay? I'll do it with you to start with, and then I'll put my maracas down and you can have a go. Ready? Here we go. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. Okay, you have a go. I'll put my maracas down. You ready? So shake your maracas every time I sing apple or apples. Here we go. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. Don't want to get knocked out by an apple, do you? Right, have a go again. This time see if you can join in with the singing as well. You ready? Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. All right, I'll do it with you one more time. And here we go. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. Very good. Right. So, we've got a new note in there. Did you notice it? So, I'm going to show you a picture of an apple tree. Here it is. And here are your 4 apples. This is up high. Then there's one at the top of the tree, there's one at the bottom of the tree, and there's one on the ground. So, for this song, this is to represent the pitches of the notes, where they all go. So I'm going to point to them and sing. So we're going to start with this one. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't scream, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. So, it's this last one at the end which we haven't had before. So me, so me, so la la, so me, so me, so me, so la la, so do. And there it is, the do. Do. Right, so you've got one of those to have a look at as well, with your new worksheet. So that's the song we're going to be looking at. It's fairly straightforward, but we'll have a look at the hand signs and the actual chime bar or xylophone notes next time. Right, what we're going to do now is some rhythm work. Now, this is a song that I hope you remember. We did it a lot at Musical Bumps. It's called Peas Pudding Hot. So, how we always used to do it at Musical Bumps, we used to pat our knees. Well, I can't pat my knees because you can't see them, but I'm going to pat the table. And if you remember, there are some actions that go with this song. So, let's go over it and make sure you remember it. It goes like this. Peas, we'll start there. Peas pudding hot. Blow. Peas pudding cold. Brrr. Peas pudding in the pot. 9 days old. Remember that? Okay, join in with me this time. Pat your knees or the table like this. Ready? After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Peas pudding hot. Peas pudding cold. Brrr. Peas pudding in the pot. 9 days old. Okay, one more time. Peas pudding hot. Peas pudding cold. Brrr. Peas pudding in the pot. 9 days old. Right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the song again, but instead of doing the actions, we're going to think the actions. This is where your thinking voice comes in. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Peas pudding hot. Peas pudding cold. Peas pudding in the pot. 9 days old. One more time. Peas pudding hot. Peas pudding cold. Peas pudding in the pot, 9 days old. It's not as funny without the actions, but we're going to take out the actions. So we talked about phrases when we did Mrs. White. Do you remember? There were 4 phrases in Mrs. White. This song, Peas Pudding Hot, actually has 3. So I'll show you. Peas pudding hot, that's 1. Peas pudding cold, that's 2. Peas pudding in the pot, 9 days old, that's 3. So the third phrase is much longer, but it's different. So the first 2 phrases are the same. Peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, do the same. And then the third phrase, peas pudding in the pot, 9 days old. That's called a phrase because it's a much longer, it takes a lot longer to do, and it's a different rhythm pattern. So 3 phrases in this one. Now I need you to get your sticks, and we're going to do the rhythm, the pattern of the words on our sticks. And when we get to the action in your thinking voice, you're going to put your sticks like that. So it looks like this. Peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the pot, 9 days old. Okay, let's have another go. You do it with me. Here we go. Ready? And peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the pot, 9 days old. Okay, now just to complicate things, I'm going to tap the pattern of the words, tap the rhythm, and I'm going to sing the rhythm names. Your 2 rhythm names are ta and tt. So when we get to the action bit that you're doing in your thinking voice, I'm just going to do a little shh. That's what I'm going to do in that space. So this is how it goes. Ta, ti, ti, ta, shh. Ta, ti, ti, ta, shh. Ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 shh. I'll do it one more time. Ta, ti, ti, ta, shh. Ta, ti, ti, ta, shh. Ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 shh. Excuse me. So, there we go. Tars and TTs. There's a lot to take in today. So we're not going to do any more than that today on it. So there's a lot to take away and to practice on that peas pudding hot rhythm. But I've just got one more song to do with you, which you can also take away and practice. This is just a bit of fun. It's called I Can Take My Tea Without Sugar. Now, do you know how to spell the word sugar? You probably do it with phonics. You probably would do it with phonics at school. So I'm not very good at phonics. So I'm going to do it in the old-fashioned way. So sugar, how I learned to spell it, is S-U-G-A-R. I suppose it would sound like something like S-A-G-A-R. Something like that, maybe? Anyway, it's a funny old word, starting with an S and a U, and the sound is a sh, but anyway, that's for later on. So S-U-G-A-R is how we're going to spell sugar. And the song goes like this. I'm going to tap my sticks every time I sing the word sugar or spell it out. I can take my tea without sugar, sugar. I can take my tea without S-U-G-A-R. S-U-G-A-R, S-U-G-A-R. I can take my tea without S-U-G-A-R. All right, just a bit of fun to have at the end. I'll do it again. I can take my tea without sugar, sugar. I can take my tea without sugar, sugar, sugar. I can take my tea without sugar. Okay, and just for good luck, we'll do it one more time. 3 times is the magic number to do these things because it means you remember them really well. Okay, here we go. Ready? I can take my tea without sugar, sugar. I can take my tea without sugar, sugar, sugar. I can take my tea without sugar. Boom. Okay, well done. So, lots to think about, lots to practice if you want to. You've got your apple tree song sheet where you can practice your apple tree song with your new apple on the floor note, the do. You've also got your new worksheet that's got the same picture on it, and this is where you put your stickers on the apples at the bottom. And so there's the words of the song and the peas pudding hot. Don't worry about that bit yet. We'll get to that. And I think that's everything. Oh, and you can have a bit of fun with your song cards. So, that's it for today, Solomon. All right. Goodbye, Solomon. See you on the next one. Bye.